Welcome back to another episode of Hot Takes and Pump Fakes. Got the regular crew here. No Kel. He's dealing with a minor health concern, so maybe we'll pop in, maybe not. Man, everybody's brackets busted. I went to the casino this weekend, Horace and Cherokee, North Carolina. I had a good time. Only had one bet hit up there, but yeah, everybody's brackets are busted. But before we start with March Madness, there's some other big news that happened this weekend as well. Then we'll get into March Madness. Cricket is coming to the United States, baby. Major League Cricket. I got my team, San Francisco Unicorns. We had a good draft the other day. Um, Inaugural season is coming up. Y'all boys need to go ahead and pick your teams if you're gonna be my friend. That's all I'm saying. But back to the American sport of basketball. March Madness was crazy this weekend. I'm gonna swing it to James. Sorry about your Blue Devils, but not really sorry. But how'd you feel about the first two rounds this
Yeah,
weekend?
give me 1 second. Cook that shit up, Quay. Just gonna play this for a couple seconds, and y'all might know where I'm going with this. Go to lunch in the Jewish community. I want to tell on the bros for the immunity. That shit ain't gonna ruin me. I'm the only one now that I do me. Yeah, so Kansas State, man, that's an awesome team to watch. Some fun dynamic duo with the little boy that Calipari called him, even though he dropped 30 on Kentucky. Marquise Knoll and then Keontae Johnson. Those two guys are studs. Jerome Tang, he's built for it. I really like what he's doing with Kansas State. I think they're going to make a good run. Obviously, tough matchups, first two, and they beat Kentucky. Always hard to do. Beat Montana, which was a sleeper team. A couple other things I wanted to add. Purdue, what it do, man? Like, this is a continuing theme. They've lost to St. Peter's. Now they lose to Fairleigh Dickinson. I believe they lost to somebody else as well, lower seed. Can't think of it off the top of my head, but that's 3 straight years they've lost to a 10 seed or lower. Matt Painter, you're a good coach, but you got to figure it out in March because this is getting ridiculous. You get all this talent in there and you're not doing anything with it when it matters. Man, Tom Izzo is the month of March. I don't understand it. This team had question marks all throughout, and all of a sudden they're one of the top 16 teams in the country. They're beating teams in March, even though they didn't show it in the Big Ten postseason tournament. I don't know, man. Tom Izzo, just something goes on with that guy in March. He gets his team ready. They're ready to roll. I think they could potentially make a run, but yeah. And then obviously Bama still doing their thing. They're dominant. Whatever, it don't matter. And then Furman, that's the last thing we'll talk about. Bob Ritchie needs to go get a job somewhere. That guy can coach the heck out of his team. When your best player fouls out in a game like that against a Virginia team that's veteran-led, with Tony Benn, who's won a national championship, and Bob Ritchie comes up with something, starts a 1-3-1 against that team, and they get stops. That's just incredible to see. I hope he gets a really good job somewhere, or if he stays, turns Furman into a little mid-major powerhouse. So.
Oh, sorry, fellas. Yeah, no, Bob Ritchie. I was hoping the Clemson Tigers would reach out to him. Getting Brad Brownell out of there, but unfortunately, it did not happen. So we got to stick with Brad for maybe another year. We'll see. Let me go, Coach P.
All right. So, just a few teams that honestly have really stuck out to me. UConn is a very fun team to watch. I think they're fun to watch, but the team I am most surprised with so far, and the team that I've honestly probably had the most fun watching, would be Princeton. I mean, I didn't expect them to come out. I did not expect them to beat Arizona. After they beat Arizona, did not expect them to beat Missouri the way they did. Might be a bit of a hot take, but I expect them to go ahead and beat Creighton. I can see them moving forward to the Elite Eight playing against Bama. I don't know if it will happen, but I can see it. But we've had our fair share of, upsets, fair share of blowouts too. I've actually really enjoyed watching this one. Like James said, Purdue, something's got to give there. I'd never even heard of FDU until they beat Purdue. So I don't know. Something's got to give there. It's just, I don't know. Marquette losing to Michigan State too. I didn't have that one in the cards. But there's been a fair share of upsets. There's been a fair share of games that have kind of gone the way that we all expected, I think, at the same time. But just like every March, the bracket was busted by day 2 for me. So.
Yeah, really didn't expect Marquette to lose, but I'll touch on that when I talk. Brewer.
Yeah, so a few thoughts here. Number one, I know going off of James with Furman beating Virginia. I know Tony Bennett's got that national championship, man, but how does losses to Furman like this and UMBC when they're the 1 seed, do y'all think it almost wipes away that national championship? Or like how bad do y'all really think like it's hurting his leg? I don't think it wipes it away, but how bad do y'all think it hurts his leg, like hurts him? They losing all the all these teams like in the tournament, kind of choking the tournament besides that 1 year.
I don't know, man, because that national championship was awesome to watch. I think that's probably a top 5 this century. Just the way they battled. I still think Tony Bennett is a good coach. I just think he needs to maybe go in a different direction in terms of recruiting because he's not getting he hasn't had a go-to guy since that national championship. He's just kind of had a good team, but not a good, great player. So I think he needs to try to find that diamond in the rough again.
Yep. No, I mean I agree.
Another thought. He's by far top 5, maybe top 3 coach in the country. I don't think it necessarily diminishes it. I just think it's just bad luck. I mean, who would expect, an 8th-year point guard to make a throw like that? Like that is just, I don't know. But yeah, James, he needs a go-to guy, but at the same time, I think the way they play basketball, you don't necessarily need a go-to guy, but obviously in the NCAA tournament, you kind of do, which they've had. And I think that's what kind of killed them against Furman.
Yeah, I agree. But another thought here, I didn't realize. I feel like Miami's just kind of slid under the radar all year. They're really, 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 really freaking good. They're fun to watch. They got 4 guys averaging over 13 points a game. Indiana was a very good team. They just absolutely ran them off the court. They got the experienced coach there. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Jim Lynch.
Yeah. Miami's good, man. They got guards. Guards wins March Madness. I think Miami's got a shot at it. They're really fun to watch. But I'm still riding with Texas. I think shout out to James wearing the hat there. Marcus Carr, really, really freaking good. They got a good story with their interim head coach. That'd be cool to see him win the tournament. Like I said, I still think Texas is the front runners, but it's been a really fun tournament to watch. It's kind of refreshing to see all these blue bloods not really making it. It's something different. I've enjoyed that.
Okay,
that's what I got.
Davo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give my flowers to FDU. That coach has been popping up all over my TikTok For You page, and I love to see it. That game against Purdue was electric. I watched every minute of it. Touching on that game a little bit, Zach Edey, arguably the best player in college basketball right now. He had, I think it was 25 and 18 or some solid stat line like that, but I mean, those guys were all over him. It did not look like it at all whatsoever. They were shutting him down. If they didn't triple team him and double team him, he could have easily put up 40 on those boys. And that's just coaching right there at the end of the day. Was won that game. Yeah, Arkansas taking down the Jayhawks. Wow, that's insane. I haven't really been too tapped in. I've only watched a few games, but from this point forward, I'm gonna probably be watching like every game. I've been keeping up with it on my phone. Pitt knocking out Iowa State surprised me. Shout out Furman, getting out the first round. Building on what Coach P was saying about Princeton. I mean, I was looking at the past 2 games in the box score. I mean, they've had guys that are just freaking stepping up and in this tournament, and it's just like a well-rounded team. I hope they go far. And one more thing I do want to add is just checking scores, watching one game, checking the score. I mean, a lot of these games are close through the first half at least, and it's not until like midway through the second half that a lot of these teams have been pulling away.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I think it's refreshing, as y'all been saying. Do you have a question before I go into my spiel? Let's say if a 16th seed team had any top 10 player in the NBA, would they be able to win a national championship? Just one.
No.
Davo?
That's a great question. I do not have the answer to. I'm still pondering about it as I'm speaking right now. It's kind of hard to speak and think at the same time.
Like a guy like Giannis, we'll narrow it down to one.
Oh, if a guy like Giannis, most definitely.
Yeah,
That's a crazy
No.
crazy guy. But if you got like
so. I think they would at least make the Final Four.
They're not winning a championship. It's a team sport. It's always going to be a team sport.
Yeah.
Giannis is not going to score 75 points.
You might. That's the thing.
In 36 minutes. Like that's
Giannis,
hard to do.
He might, though.
At the collegiate level, I think Giannis could.
I don't think he's just going to go up on Alabama in the Elite Eight and do that to him. Then again, you never know.
Yeah, you never know with freaking March Madness. More of the story.
Yeah. I guess my little spiel. I had Baylor. Thought it was gonna be a Texas championship this year. Had Baylor in there. Unfortunately, they got their butts kicked. Was really high on them. Like Coach P was saying, dude, I bet on Mizzou to beat Princeton. I thought that was just a lock. It just absolutely was not. I don't know what's up with the SEC in the tournament, except for Alabama, but I know who not to bet on next year. And then one thing, and this is totally a hot take, I really like him as a coach, but Shaka Smart in the tournament is atrocious. He's 8-9 in his career. This is a guy with over 300 plus wins. I mean, his winning percentage is. Hold on, I just had it up. Where's that? His winning percentage is crazy. It's 66% career winning percentage, but he's 8-9 in March Madness, and he's 5-0 in NIT. I mean, this is a guy that I would love to see coach at Clemson. I think we could pull it off.
I was just about to ask. I was about to say the same thing. I'd still love, even that record, I'd still love him to be South Carolina's coach.
Exactly. But
yeah,
it blows my mind that his record is. And I mean, we talk about the teams that he's coached. I mean, this was definitely the team that he could have won a national championship with. I mean, yeah, you have the best guard in the country on your team.
Yeah.
And you're very well rounded. You play good defense. 1 through 8 guys can score 20 a night if you let them. And I mean, I don't think it was a personnel issue. I think he just didn't set it up right. They easily could have made the Elite Eight.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the issue though is that he ran into a top 5 basketball coach, period, who you know is going to give you everything he's got, and his team's going to give you everything he's got. I
Yeah.
just think that was just a nightmare matchup for Marquette, and they didn't wake up.
Yeah, I think he gets outcoached a lot. I mean, obviously he's a top 10 coach in the country, don't get me wrong, but there's been time, like when he was at Texas, like, come on, like, he should never get outcoached at Texas with the guys he can get there. I don't know. He just kind of
The
blows
guys
my
he had
mind.
there too.
Yeah, I mean,
Get some dudes.
he's had dudes. He's got the resources. I mean, I think if you see him go to another big time program, obviously he's going to change a lot of things they used to do to work it out. So, with that in mind, Sweet 16 preview. Who is y'all's favorite to win now? Brewer, you said Texas. So, who would you see Texas playing potentially?
Let me pull up the bracket to make sure I'm right on who's on what side. I mean, I'm still on the Alabama train.
Okay.
I just think they're super deep. They're experienced. They have the best freshman in the country. Maybe the best. Brandon Miller might be the best player in the country if everything goes well with that. If he can, if he plays, which I think he will. I could also. I don't see Tennessee. I don't see them coming out. I think they're really going to miss Ziegler. I mean, he's got the energy of that team. I think they're going to miss him a little too much. I mean, they look really freaking good against Duke, but I just don't see them being keep that going. Then obviously, I think you can never bet against Tom Izzo, especially like James was saying in March. And that Kansas State game is going to be awesome. I could see either one of those teams winning and making it, but I'm going to ride with Alabama. I think they got too much talent. Nate Oates is an awesome coach. I mean, I know he's had some really controversial things, but he's a super good coach. I definitely think he's top 10 coach in the country right now. It might be top 5, honestly. So I'm still going with Alabama and Texas, with Texas taking the nod.
Okay. James?
You know what? I'm doing it. Kansas State to the national championship. They've played just about anybody in the country. I think them, Alabama, and Texas, and probably Kansas probably have the best strength of schedule this year. They've played dudes. They don't stop playing dudes. Kansas State's built for it. Like we've been saying, guards make it. Marquise Noel and Keontae Johnson, I think that's probably the best duo left in the tournament. I think they make it to the championship, and I think they're either going to play UConn or Texas. It'd be awesome to see a Big 12 matchup in there, but I just don't know if Texas is going to get past UConn.
David?
I think I'm going to still stick with my original pick, which was UCLA. And as far as the other side of the bracket, I'm thinking it's going to be Alabama versus Kansas State in that Final Four, and I think the winner of that game will probably face them. Don't know who it is. I really can't just pick a favorite right now, but I'm still going to stick with UCLA as my winner for March Madness.
Coach P?
I picked Alabama in the bracket, and honestly, I'm going to stick with that. If anybody from that side of the bracket will beat Alabama, I'm going to agree with James and say it would be Kansas State. I think, in my opinion, they'd probably give them the biggest run. However, the other end of the bracket, though, I mean, I originally said I could see Alabama versus Houston. That was my pick for the championship. If it's not Houston, I don't know. I mean, UConn is a scrappy, fun team. Texas is really good. I think that bottom half can kind of go any way. That top half is pretty much everybody here is saying that top half is either going to be Alabama or Kansas State coming out on top. But that bottom half, I mean, it could be Houston, it could be Texas, it could be UConn, UCLA. Won't be Gonzaga. They'll lose Thursday. But it's tough. I'm going to stick with Houston and Bama. Bama coming out on top. I think it'll be pretty close, pretty good. But, I mean, that bottom half has grounds for a lot of upsets that could come out of it.
Yeah, I've noticed that y'all are saying Texas, but they have to play Xavier.
That's cool. They've played everybody. Like, I just
I'm
think
just
that they're
saying.
battle tested.
Yeah, but Xavier is too. Xavier looks really.
Yeah, I got them in my Final Four in my Sweet 16.
Yeah, like they ain't no pushover. They are nasty right now, beating the crap out of everybody. I don't see Xavier going. I think my pick. This is going to get really controversial here. Give me Houston versus Tennessee. I think the two most. I mean, obviously Tom Izzo's in there too, and Mark Few, but I think Sampson and Rick Barnes, two experienced coaches. I think they're gonna get their teams in. Hot take, but I think Tennessee's loaded. They got a good bench. They play defense. If they're hitting shots, nobody can beat them.
Yeah, but when they're not hitting shots, they almost get upset by 13 Louisiana.
Yeah, but
they might lose. They're probably going to lose though this week.
I mean, in my draw, I have them playing Bama in Final Four. I do in my bracket, but I'm not completely convinced.
Man, their starting point guard tore his ACL. It's hard to.
That's why
to go without a point guard.
Yeah, well, I mean, they did just beat the crap out of Duke, so.
That they did.
That's all I'm saying.
But anyway.
Let's switch to another sport. We got it starting also here pretty soon. Major League Baseball, we're going to continue our top 10 list, starting with top 10 third basemen in the league for this upcoming season. I can go down through my list if you want that I have, or we can just go through who we all got at 10 and just work our way down if everybody's got a list or something.
Yeah, we could do that. I know, was it me, James, and you?
Yeah.
Ryan, do you have a list?
I didn't have time to do a list. I didn't get off to like 6 something.
Doesn't have one. We already talked about that.
Yeah, so I guess I'll start. At 10, I have Yandy Diaz.
I feel like that's a little low.
I'll write these down, fellas.
All right.
Kelvin.
You're Kelvin?
Yeah. I'm
Melvin. See, at 10, I had
Brian Hayes.
You had Brian Hayes at 10?
Yeah.
I had the same thing. I think it's a little of a projection pick, but I mean,
He's showing flashes.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a pretty good season.
At 9,
I like that.
I got Max Muncy.
Muncie's out though, isn't he?
Shoot, he might be.
I think Muncie's out.
Okay. Crap.
Yeah. Did he tear his ACL?
Yeah, he tore something.
Yeah.
That
That completely slipped my mind. Obviously.
Yeah, that's why I didn't have him. But yeah, I had Eugenio Suarez as 9.
Okay. James?
Let me get Yandy Diaz.
This might be a little hot take that I have. I don't know if he's playing third this year or not. I think he might be, but I have Bobby Witt at 8.
I think he's playing short.
I'm pretty sure he's playing short.
Okay.
Who do we have at 9, fellas?
It wasn't a consistent pick.
It was either Diaz or Suarez.
Yeah, Muncie's out. I mean, I looked at like all the lists. I even looked at fantasy baseball lists too. And they all had him at third.
Who?
Almost every service I looked at.
No, like what? Who was it?
Bobby Witt.
He might be. I don't know.
He was third last year.
Yeah. Witt Jr.
I'd be fine with putting him at third.
Let's see.
Crap. That means I gotta like think of where I'd put him.
Dang it. All right. So how about we take out Suarez? Because does anybody else have Suarez?
I had Suarez at 8.
Okay. I had Diaz at 8. So we can, and John had Diaz at 10. So we can put Yandy at 9, Suarez at 8. We might have to take out Brian Hayes and put Bobby Witt.
Max Muncy is playing.
He is.
Gavin Lux tore his ACL.
Yes, Gavin Lux. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Oh boy. that might mess up the whole list there.
Sheesh, boys.
Y'all want to go to shortstop and come back and revisit third base in a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, at 10 for short. All right, we're switching to shortstop fans. My 10 might be a little biased, but I honestly don't care. I have Tommy Edman.
At short?
Yes, he's playing short this year.
At 10, I had Wander Franco, but he could easily move pretty quickly.
I have him higher than that.
He's coming off an injury, so it's kind of hard to project.
Who, Tim?
Franco.
Franco. Yeah, I had Franco at 9, Tim at 10.
I like Tim better than Franco, personally.
So Tommy
There's-
Edman at 10 then, boys?
I'm thinking Wander Franco at 10.
Yeah, I'm thinking Wander Franco at 10.
I have Franco at 8.
I had
Really?
I do. I have Bo Bichette at 9.
What?
I do.
John also had Tommy Edman in his top 10, so I mean.
That's fair.
so 9. Do we want to say Tim Anderson?
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I had Tim Anderson a lot higher than that.
I had Anderson at 8.
I had Anderson at 6.
I had Dansby Swanson at 9.
I got Dansby.
Oh my Lord!
I have Dansby at 7.
I have Dansby at 7.
I had
Tim
Dansby
Anderson
at
at
9.
6.
That is crazy.
So we're thinking Dansby at 8?
I mean, I'm fine with that. Dansby 8, Anderson 9.
I guess.
Okay.
But what about Bo Bichette?
I think
I think Dansby's better than Bo Bichette. I think we should Bo Bichette at 8, Dansby at 7.
I'm projecting a little too. That's the thing. I think Bichette's younger. He might have a good year. He might be better than him.
No.
I don't know, man. He played well last year.
All right, Ryan, do this. Do Franco at 10, Tim at 9. Who we say at 8?
Just
Bo Bichette.
Just do
Bo
Bo
Bichette at 8,
Dansby
Dansby at 7.
That's
I agree
fine.
with that. I don't
That's
hate
fine.
that.
As long as y'all aren't forgetting about the one I'm thinking of would go at 6 now.
Bogarts?
No.
Corsi.
Bogart. No, they're both higher. I guess now I'd have to say Willie Adames, but I had him at 8.
He's not on my
Well,
list.
I don't have. Well, I have Willie Adames at 11 because I have Tommy Edman at 10.
Adames was not on mine.
Y'all completely forgot about Adames. That's crazy.
Yeah, but
I think Tommy Edman's just better. I don't know.
I think the 4 that we
Tommy
had.
Edman ain't going.
But Demus is also like, I don't know.
If we're putting Adamas, I think he should go between Dansby and Bichette.
I agree.
I think he should.
That's fine.
So what? Franco out?
No, so I'm thinking we do Wander Franco 10, Tim Anderson 9, Bo Bichette 8, Willie Adamas 7, Dansby 6.
Yeah, I can see that.
Cool
Are
with
we
me.
I guess what are we doing with? Never mind. We'll get to that when we get to
Top
that.
five. The top five. I mean,
This has got to be non-negotiable. Top 5 got to be non-negotiable.
I have
The
Seager at
players?
5,
I do too.
I'd be okay with that.
and then Bogart's at 4,
Nope.
Correa at 3, Lindor 2, Trey Turner 1.
What?
I do.
Trey Turner 1.
You have Lindor at 2?
Lindor 2. I do as well.
I think y'all are crazy.
Y'all are crazy.
I guess y'all haven't been watching the World Baseball Classic, and Trey Turner can actually.
No,
No,
I
Trey
agree with
Turner
Trey Turner.
at number 1.
I agree with Trey Turner at 1.
Trey Turner terrifies me. But Francisco Lindor?
It was close for me with Lindor and Correa.
I have Lindor at 4.
I would have Lindor at 4 between Bogarts and
I
Correa,
have
too.
5 as Seager, 4 Lindor, 3 Bogarts, 2 Correa, 1 Turner.
I'm gonna side with Coach P on this one, fellas.
Guys, I think we got a little bias in this.
I'm not being biased. If I was
We
being
have Trey
biased,
Turner,
I was gonna say Trey
Yeah,
Turner's
Trey-
a Philly,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he just became a Philly.
but he
but he's
killed.
also a national before he's a Philly.
But he was a Dodger last year. No one
Oh
cares.
my god! Which is even more reason for me to hate him.
But no one cares about the Dodgers.
All right, how about this? Obviously, Corey Seager's 5.
Yes, and obviously Trey Turner's 1.
Trey Turner's 1. So we can do this. We can meet in the middle. We can go Correa 2, Lindor 3, Bogarts 4.
Okay, fine.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
All right, now let's visit back third base.
Yeah, boy.
So, are y'all good now?
No, but we can figure it out. Let's go.
All right. Well, I had Yandy Diaz 10, Muncy 9, Bobby Witt 8.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't figure out a Bogarts.
And then the guy before Bobby Witt, this might be a little controversial. I don't know. We'll see. I have Matt Chapman at 7.
I do too.
Yep.
And then I have I have Bregman at 6.
I had Devers at 6.
And then I have Devers at 5.
I had Bregman at 5.
All right. We gotta start over. Who the heck's at 10?
Yandy.
Yandy.
Yes.
9 was Bobby.
Max. Muncy.
Yeah. Then 8 was Bobby Witt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 7, Chapman.
Yeah.
And then 6, well, we had.
I said Devers. John said Bregman.
I had Bregman 6. Devers was 5.
Okay, then y'all win that one.
And then
So who was 6?
Bregman.
and then 4, I got Austin Riley.
Agreed.
Yep.
3, Jose Ramirez.
Yep. Here it goes. I know.
2, Manny Machado. 1, Nolan Arenado.
Flip.
Coach P, you're going to lose this one too. I had Arenado 1 and Machado 2.
What?
Appreciate it, James.
I
I'm
think
with you on
Arenado's
this one,
got
too.
more of an edge this year. I think he's
I'm
going to
with-
come out. I think he's
Yeah.
a dark horse for now MVP.
Thanks, James.
Who was
Appreciate it. 5 was
Who was-
Devers.
Yeah, duh.
Machado just got a brand new contract. He's just kind of he's gonna be chilling this year. But I think
Appreciate it,
Arenado's
James.
gonna have an edge. He's gonna be playing for an extension.
You think Manny Machado on a team that has a chance to win 105 games is going to be just chilling?
Yeah, just chilling,
Maybe.
batting 290, 27 home runs, 100 RBIs. Just
20.
chilling. Just usual Machado stats. just usual Machado stats.
Coach B?
Coach P, where you at, man?
So, Ryan, who would you put it?
I'm with you guys. I put Arenado at 1. I think I'm with y'all. Machado.
Appreciate it,
Yeah, I'm with.
Machado
I'm
has
gonna
no
what y'all saying.
incentive to play. Like, it's no, like, I don't know.
I had to catch my bearings there for a minute. Y'all are still going about Manny.
Well, Brewer also agrees.
I love Machado. Holy crap. I love Machado, man. It's just, they're not, I don't know. It's going to be a debate for centuries.
All right, moving on.
Moving on to relieving pitchers.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's second time I've won one of those.
Y'all just broke me.
10. All right, so I'm just gonna. This is relieving pitchers. Fans, we do not have Edwin Diaz in this list. Obviously he will not be playing this season.
He would be number 1.
But he would be the clear-cut number 1.
Unless John wants to put Ryan Helsley.
No, I don't have.
Martin.
I don't have Helsley 1.
He must
I
have
don't have.
him
I don't even have him 1. I don't even have him 1 or 2 without him.
2. Better not have him top 5.
Huh?
Nothing. Go on.
So 10, I got Felix Bautista.
Okay.
9, I got Camilo Duvall from the Giants.
Let's just all share our lists, and then we'll come up with one in the middle.
Okay. And then 8, I have Brian Abreu. 7, Liam Hendricks. 6, Spencer Strider. 5, Ryan Presley.
You say Spencer Strider as a reliever?
Oh, yeah.
When I looked, they had him as reliever.
John.
He's not a reliever.
John.
Reliever.
I swear, dude.
He's
I
not a
don't
reliever.
watch Braves baseball like that.
He's our number 2. He's not.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then he's out. Josh Hader at 4. Ryan Helsley at 3. Emmanuel Class from the
Quasi.
yeah, and then Devin Williams at 1.
John,
Sorry, boys.
that's a bad list.
I like that list, bud.
I got Arenado at 6 on this.
Who?
Nolan Arenado at 6 for reliever pitcher.
D. Strange Gordon at 10.
Facts.
Cam Canarella, walk-off home run. Sorry, had to say it. Against Winthrop.
I didn't make a relief pitcher list, so
I do like Felix Bautista at 10, though.
One second.
What?
1 second. I forgot. Uh-oh. What was his name? Uh-oh. Hold up. I forgot someone. Okay, there he is. Okay. All right. So I also had Felix Bautista at 10. I did just closers, by the way, for everybody. So sorry, there will be no Spencer Strider in here. So I did Felix Bautista at 10, Daniel Bard at 9. I think he can have a better season now. Jordan Romano at 8, Liam Hendricks at 7, had Ryan Presley at 6, Brian Helsley at 5,
Coach P.
y'all there?
We're here now.
What was the last thing y'all heard?
Helsley at 5.
Okay. All right. So Helsley at 5, Rosel Iglesias at 4, Devin Williams at 3. I had Josh Hader at 2. And then keep in mind, these all would have been bumped down 1 if it was Edwin Diaz. But I guess because Edwin Diaz is not playing, number 1 for now is, in my opinion, Emmanuel Clase.
Yeah, I like that list.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
Did a
right,
lot of
Coach P.
extensive-
I'm down with going with Coach P's list.
Yep.
Cool with me since I didn't realize Spencer Strider was not coming out of the bullpen this year.
Can't believe that. He didn't come out of the bullpen except for the first month last year.
I know, I just didn't even. Every
Or
time I've
I guess
seen him
the first
play, he
two.
came out of the bullpen though. But I guess I didn't really start watching the Braves until later this
That's
last
fair.
year.
That's fair.
Sheesh,
Yeah.
what? Now that we got that settled, I think it's time to do some drafting.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about this draft. Let me get the wheel.
Yep, best small victories, fellas.
Heck yeah.
All right. Who we got? Everybody except for Kelvin.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. See, going first as soon as it gets done. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Going first is Davo.
Holy crap, that's the first. Oh my gosh. I'll never get first in anything, guys. This is awesome.
It's only because Kelvin's not here.
I'm the new Kelvin, I guess.
Going second is James.
Okay.
Going third is Ryan.
Crap.
Dead in the middle. Come on. Be John. Be John. Going fourth is me. So going fifth is John.
Whew. Ryan, you gonna write these down?
Come on, you Kelvin.
Since you're big bro.
Yeah. Good point.
Do y'all want to do
All right.
5 picks each or 3?
3.
3.
Three.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Davo, take it away.
All right, with my first pick, I'm going to take getting more food than you ordered,
Ooh.
whether it be fast food, restaurant, and it's free. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm talking about when you, let's say you go to Chick-fil-A and get a chicken sandwich meal, and they throw in maybe a fruit cup on accident or an extra fry on accident, or maybe another drink. That sort of ordeal.
Okay.
2.
By the pick, man.
I think this one, sleeper, first pick. Whenever you're on the way to somewhere and you hit all the green lights.
Mm.
I like it.
Yep.
For me, is waking up at like 2 a.m. You think it's time to get up and go to class, go to work, and you still got 5 more hours of sleep.
That's a good one.
Yep. That's my pick.
All right. I'm going to say Putting your hand in your pocket and finding money you didn't know you had.
Mm.
I guess my first one is, what's better than a pat on the back from your dad?
Wouldn't know.
Yeah, boy.
And then my second one is, scoring a birdie. on the
Okay.
golf course.
Is that a small victory?
Yeah.
That's a big victory for John.
For me, that's pretty monumental. All right. I'll say along the same lines of Davo here. But let's just say you find a curly fry mixed in with your regular fries.
Mm.
Ooh.
All right. It's a good question, fellas. Let me think of one here. When you're at a red light and you think you're gonna have to slow down, but light turns green, so you don't have to slow down. You just pass all other cars, just kind of sitting because they're still stationary at red light, but you can just keep on going because the light turned green before you had to slow down. That's mine. Yep.
Nice. Let me see. All right. Getting a whole aisle to yourself on a plane. So you have a whole row of seats just to yourself.
I feel like that's a big victory, though.
That is a small victory. Yeah, you get to spread out.
Yeah, but when I got the whole aisle to myself coming back from Chicago this summer, I thought it was the biggest victory of my life, or the summer.
Small victories turn into the biggest ones sometimes, John.
Yeah, but I had no victories that summer. I got
John,
paid
you
$50.
put a birdie down as a small. Come on, man.
That is a small one in the grand scheme of things. Ava.
Oh, it's me. Okay. I have back to back now, don't I?
Yep.
Yeah.
My second and third. All right. And my second one, it's going to be having a good hair day.
Yeah.
And doing my last pick, it's going to be waking up the morning after a night out, spending less than you thought you did.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right.
Shoot, I got a couple on the board. Let me think. Let's say you're checking the weather for the week and you got a football game to go to on Saturday. Like, let's say the Cox are playing at home against Florida, and it's supposed to rain that Saturday, and Saturday comes and it's bright and sunny. No rain, perfect day for some football.
I like that. All right, my pick or who?
Yours.
I'm gonna go with getting in bed right after you washed and dried your sheets.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. I'm gonna say spending a night out with the boys and Ryan Brewer not prematurely leaving.
Nice.
Good one.
Great one.
I'm just joking. In all seriousness, I'm gonna say, I feel like I'm speaking from experience here. Let's say you're in a parking deck, right? Like going to a Braves game. So you're in the parking deck. It's absolutely swarmed. You know you're gonna have to park at the very top, where your car is just gonna be baking all day, and it's gonna be extremely hot when you get back in it. Got a long freaking walk. But as you're about to go up the ramp to the next level, a great parking spot opens up just for you. In like ground level.
That's a good one.
I like it.
I think my last one is going to be waking up that Friday morning and your check hits. No better feeling.
That's a big victory.
Uh,
You spent 40 hours getting that victory.
Not me.
All right, just a part-time.
I didn't spend 40 hours getting that victory. Maybe this weekend I spent 40 hours getting that check, but well, I think that does it for us this week. Probably the shortest episode to date. Maybe it's because Kelvin wasn't on. I don't know.
100%.
But yeah, we will see y'all next week.